line graph sentence by sentence. Are you getting my point? In this present task, we will be learning how we can write line graph sentence by sentence. I will be taking one model answer to represent that. I will be telling you the structure that we follow, and you have to follow, you have to write whatever I'll write on my board. Is that okay? Shall I initiate now?
Okay.
All right. So here I am going. First of all, let's write down the structure of letter. What is the structure of letter writing? If I say about the structure of letter writing, so first we write the introduction. In introduction, we basically paraphrase the question. Paraphrase the question. Then we write overall. In overall, we write most noticeable trend. It can be increase, it can be decrease, it can be something which got doubled, anything like that. Correct? If I say about body paragraph, then in body paragraph, we have to write all the points. What is maximum? Second maximum. Minimum. Similarity. Then difference. Something which is doubling, getting half, everything. All good? Shall I initiate now? Now, for example, I am sharing my screen with you. So here is the graph. I hope you can see the graph on my screen. I hope everyone can see the graph on my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. So understand this graph. This graph is telling London Underground Station passengers. On x-axis, time is mentioned 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And on y-axis, number of passengers are given, like 50 passengers, 100 passengers, 150 passengers, 250 passengers, 250 passengers, like that. Is that clear? You can see at 6 o'clock, 100 persons are using the station, right? Then till 9 o'clock, this graph increased rapidly. This graph shows a rapid increase, okay? And reached at the highest point with 400 people using the station. After 8 o'clock, this graph plunged. Plunged means reduced. At 10 o'clock, less than 200 people are using the station. After 10 o'clock, we can see the graph again increased, right? Till 12 o'clock. From 12 to 3, there was a constant increase in graph. Are you getting how I am just describing it? So on the similar ground, you need to understand the graph one by one. Correct?
Okay.
Now I am just write down this with me. So it is the, can you see guys whatever I'm writing?
Yes, ma'am.
The line graph, please write down with me. The line graph illustrates the information about number of commuters, travelers, we also call it as passengers, we call commuters, we also say, right? Number of commuters using the underground station in London. Proper nouns should always be capital, right? London around the clock, 24, or around the clock, in one day around the clock of a typical day. Correct? Let's write down the overall. Overall, comma, what is the subject? The subject is the number of people in London keeps the underground station busy. Underground station busy in the early morning hours and evening hours. Is that clear? So this is the overall. Any doubt? Shall I scroll down? Now you can see you have to write the body paragraph. To write the body paragraph, you need to initiate with to begin with, comma, the station, those should be small after comma. The station is most busy in early morning hours. Full stop. The highest number of passengers using the station in the morning at 8 o'clock. Full stop. Then use connector. Notably, there is a sharp increase. We have not been mentioned any year, so we are writing everything in present tense. There is a sharp increase in the number of people using the station between 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. You can write people nearly 400 using the station between 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Is it clear how I am writing? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No.
Then use connector. After that, the number dropped to below 200 at 10 a.m. Full stop. Then again, comma. We already having used the word increased, so we'll not be writing increased. We will be using the synonym of it. It rose between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. where about 300 people traveled using the underground station. Is that clear? With slight fluctuations. So here I am describing each and every trend, each and every line. Sharp increase, then decreased, then again increased, right? Then there is a slight fluctuation. Any doubt? You can make another paragraph now. During afternoon, comma, there was a downward trend with less than 100 people using the station at 4 p.m. Then comes in the evening at 6 p.m. This number reduced. This number, no, not reduced, this number peaked at, reached at 380. Then again after 7 o'clock, the total number of travelers reduced significantly. You have to use adverbs and adjectives along with nouns and verbs, and varied for the last 2 hours, sorry, from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes. So what I did, I just have written, I started from here at 6 o'clock. Then this graph increased sharply to 400 people using the station. Then this decreased. Then it increased again with slight fluctuation. Then constant increase. Then it decreased and reached to less than 100 people. Again, it showed a increment and reached to 380. After this 6 o'clock, it reduced and then recovered. Okay. So when I was writing, I was making sure that I have to follow each and every pattern. I have to follow the structure. I have to start with the line, the introduction. Then I have to write the overall. In introduction, this is called the phrase. The line graph illustrates the information about. This phrase you can write down in number of questions. What is the subject? The subject is number of commuters using the station, underground station in London around the clock of a typical day. This is called the subject. This subject is different for different questions. Coming to the overall, you will always start overall with this word only, overall. After overall, you will be writing the subject. What is the subject? The subject is the number of people in London keeps the underground station, or using the underground station, okay, in early morning and early evening hours. Getting? Then coming on to the body paragraph. When we are writing the body paragraph, we have to make sure that we start with some good connector. To begin with, the station is most busy in early morning hours. The highest number of passengers using the station in the morning at 8 o'clock. Okay. Notably, there is a sharp increase in the number of people, nearly 400, using the station between 6 and 8 o'clock. After that, the number dropped to below 200 at 10 o'clock. Then make sure you use proper connectors. Then again, it rose, simple past, between 11 and 3 p.m., where about 300 people traveled using the underground station with slight fluctuation. This is important, adjective plus noun relations. Then during, so drinks during actually, during afternoon, there was a downward trend with less than 100 people using the station at 4 o'clock. In the evening at 6 p.m., again, see, whenever I am describing any line, any trend, so either I am starting with this time phrase or I am starting with connector. At 6 p.m., this number reached at 380. Again, after 7 o'clock, the number of travelers reduced significantly and varied for last 2 hours from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, so this is how we actually describe